more people to get in here, man. You know what I'm saying? Boy's still sick, but but man, we just gonna talk boxing. So it's been rumors going around that Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. Hold on, right quick, y'all. Hold up. What's good, man? Big Boss K Pope. Your boy sick, you know what I'm saying? But I'm still going on my way to put some boxing and, talk some boxing and put some content out on there. But let's talk about it. So Terence Crawford and Errol Spence, the fight, there's a rumored date out there. It's November 26th. Yet again, we don't know for sure if that's the case. We don't know for sure if that fight is happening on that particular date. It's around the date that was speculated before, around November. If it is happening, hey man, I'm excited. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where it's a fight that we all want to see. It's the fight in boxing right now. Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence, or Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford, however you want to word it. It's the fight in boxing that we all want to see. Everybody is chiming in on this particular fight. Everybody's making videos and content. Now, there's a lot of bud bunnies who don't seem to understand why we have to advocate for Errol Spence. And the reason why we have to is he's getting disrespected. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. What's good with you, man? Told y'all, excuse me, I'm still sick. But he's being disrespected. You know what I mean? This is a guy who has 3 belts. You know what I mean? And people are writing him off as if he has no chance against Crawford. Like, these are 2 great fighters. They should be equally respected. But it's like they uplift Crawford. And I get it. Crawford is a great fighter. You see the skill. You see everything. You know what I mean? He hasn't fought the competition that other welterweights have fought. What's good with you, Kim Folk? He hasn't fought the other competition that Errol has fought, but you see the talent. You know what I mean? Like, we ain't hate on my channel, bro, and even like other channels I seen, like D-Town Boxing, OG Spiel, like, nobody hate on Bud, bro. We just point out the obvious. I mean, the facts. He ain't had the resume, you know what I'm saying, to back his skill. Like, Errol Spence has the resume. You get what I mean? I got you, and hey, part of me is thinking that too, that the Errol Spence and Terence Crawford fight probably won't happen. It's a small part of me that still think this fight gonna happen this year. I don't believe in the November date, but I do believe that it'll happen this year. You know what I mean? But Terence Crawford don't have the fights to back his skill level. What I mean by that is, and when I say stuff like that, I don't want people to get it misconstrued to think that I'm saying that Terence Crawford is a horrible fighter. Because when you say that, people take that out of context and they take that as you saying this dude trash. And that's not what we're saying. We're just sitting here specifically saying that he has not fought any notable names that's going to push him to where he can put the same skill set that he's putting, that he's showing against lesser competition, against another elite fighter. That's all I'm saying. Errol, I've seen that. Errol Spence fighting Kell Brook, and the list goes on. You know what I mean? But you got these bud buddies. Like I had to do in the comment section. Exactly. I had to do in the comment section, man. He sat there and excuse me. He sat there in the comment section and was just basically like, he condemned Errol Spence for fighting Kell Brook, made an excuse, saying Errol Spence fought Kell Brook when Kell Brook came from 160 and came back down to fight Errol, and Triple G broke Kell's eye. So Kell Brook was basically a damaged fighter. but then tried to give Errol Spence credit for fighting Kell Brook. Like, this is stuff I be talking about. And when you argue or debate with these Bud Bunnies, they don't know what they talking. They don't know what they want to talk about. They don't know what they want to advocate for. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm talking about as it pertains to Errol Spence and that's what I'm saying. EJ broke, and that's what I tell him. EJ broke his other orbital bone. You know what I mean? And I also bring up Kell Brook did not want to fight Errol Spence. That's why he went and fought Triple G. See, they don't want to tell the truth. They want to tell half the truth or don't tell the truth at all. See, Errol was seeking to fight Kell Brook. Okay? Kell Brook was like, I'm going to go fight Triple G. And what was Kell Brook saying before that fight against Triple G? I feel like I'm strong, this me true weight, and all this other bull crap. Then he gets orbital bone busted open. You know what I'm saying? Then he get put in a situation where he has to fight Errol. Like, they like, you gonna strip you of your title. Then he fights Errol. And he looked fine. He was getting with Errol the first couple rounds. You could say the first couple rounds, Kell Brook looked strong. But after that, Errol started whooping that boy. That's just the truth. You know what I mean? Yeah, he was. Kell Brook was giving Triple G them hands, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. But then they want to try to use Kell Brook for Terence Crawford, but it's like you pointed out, Kell Brook was a shell of himself when he fought Crawford. And it's the thing, Bomac even said Kell Brook was a shot fighter. They knew he was a shot fighter. You wanna know why? Because Bomac was the coach of Amir Khan when Amir Khan was finna fight Kell Brook. Exactly. Exactly. I agree that too. A lot of these dudes were forced to fight Errol Spence because they asked Sean Porter, right? It was either before what's good slime season. They asked Sean Porter, I think before. Yeah, get them likes up and subscribe, man. Subscribe to the channel, man. You know, we got a good little following over here. Let's get this, let's grow this community. Let's grow this channel together, man. But they asked Sean Porter before the Kell Brook fight. I think it was after. And Sean Porter was like, my time will come. I ain't gonna hold you. I agree with that. I did think Ugas did enough to beat Sean Porter. But, you know, everybody didn't see it that way. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it was balls. I think it was money. Because, think about it. After Errol Spence fought Mikey, he was bringing in a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Look at the numbers he did with Mikey Garcia. So they like, shit, man, I'll fight him and get paid. You know what I mean? So, I mean, Errol Spence does great numbers as well. You know what I mean? Giving us the fights we want, and he doing great numbers. So, you know, I just find it funny that these Bud Bunnies, they sit here and they try to cause confusion. You know, smoke and mirrors. You know what I mean? And all that. That'd be a good fight. Ugas versus Bud. Exactly. And Mikey, and see, and this is the thing, a lot of these Bud Bunnies try to use the Mikey fight and say Errol couldn't knock out a Mikey Garcia. What was they saying before that fight about Mikey Garcia? They were saying Mikey Garcia can beat Errol Spence. They were saying that. They didn't even give an explanation. They said because it's Mikey, right? They said that. And then Errol said, okay, I'm gonna outbox this boy. I'm gonna beat him at his. I'm gonna outbox him, and that's what he did. Exactly. Mikey Garcia. Think about the run Mikey Garcia was on. Let's talk about Mikey for a little bit, okay? And if I forget something, y'all put it in the comment section about Mikey. Mikey Garcia, when he came back from that lawsuit or whatever, I think he fought a tune-up fight. Yeah, Sugar Ray did say that. And then he fought he got a title fight against Latishi. And Latishi was a power puncher. Everybody was afraid of him. Mike Garcia knocked that boy out cold, stretched him. Easy. Fought Robert Easter, beat him, easy. Broner, beat him, easy. Lipinets, beat him, easy. You know what I'm saying? Mikey Garcia was knocking off some names, bro. You know what I mean? He wasn't fighting scrubs. Nah, I do believe he was biting off more than he could chew when he decided, hey man, I want to fight Errol Spence. I thought he was playing. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Just like Rolly now talking about he want to fight Errol Spence, like that's a joke. You know what I mean? Like Rolly don't understand what's gonna happen to him if he was to get in the ring with Errol Spence. You know what I mean? We're gonna keep it a stat. Let's just say Rolly gonna be in a wheelchair, man. That's all I'm saying, bro. Exactly. I feel like if Errol would have fought Mikey how he fought Ugas, it would have been a wrap. Mikey would have been done. You know what I mean? Rolly slow. Mikey would have been done, man. I'm telling you, he would have got stopped. Errol carried him for that fight. Mikey survived, if that makes sense. I don't know if y'all been in a ring or those of you who know boxing, when you see a fighter just sitting there curled up like this and taking punches and barely returning. I mean, truthfully, I feel like the fight should have been stopped because there was certain periods of the fight where Mikey wasn't throwing. He just was letting Errol hit him. And then the round went in and he doing this. He trying to get more victories. He trying to get a chance for more victories. Ain't no more victories in boxing. You know what I mean? But I guess my question to y'all is, I mean, you know, I'm always trying to get y'all involved. What do y'all think about the Bud Bunnies sitting there saying that Errol Spence didn't knock out Mikey Garcia? I had a dude tell me that Errol Spence don't have a good resume, and he hasn't fought anybody. So I just want y'all to, you know, I just want to hear y'all insight on that, man. You know, what y'all think about that statement? You know, it's to the point now, bro. I don't argue with them no more. Hey, what you know about stay flow starch, man? Hey, man, that's that old school, man. You gotta put a little water in there. Hey, but what y'all think, man? Like, let me know something. You know, I'm trying to, you know, bounce ideas. What do y'all think about? Exactly. I mean, but you know, we gotta let these Bud Bunnies know, because apparently they feel like Spence ain't fought nobody. They say Kell Brook was already damaged goods. Hey, already. Hey, we used to do that when back in the day when we used to go to Lockwood Skating Ring. I don't know if you know about Lockwood Skating Ring, but we used to go there back in the day over there at Fifth Ward, man. We used to put the Stay Flow starch on there, starch the pants up, you know. But what y'all think about that, man? Like, you know, let's bounce these ideas out. Because they saying Errol ain't fought nobody. They saying Kell Brook was a damaged fighter. They saying he couldn't stop Mikey, who was a lightweight. But, see, and this is the thing. They try to throw that Mikey was a 135-pounder. But Mikey fought at 140, and he fought above 140 before. I think he fought Broner at 144. Now, the fight was supposed to be at 140, but I think they fought at a catch weight. You know what I'm saying? Y'all let me know. I know he fought Lipinets at 140, so technically he was just going up one weight class. Man, exactly, bro. I was a Keith Thurman fan. Exactly. Exactly. But see, when you start putting stuff out like that, and then I be telling them, Gamboa came up 2 weight classes, right? He got hurt by Gamboa. We've seen Bud hurt more than anybody because he ego fight. See, Errol is technically sound. Exactly. I just said that. Exactly. And Mikey was a pound for pound fighter. Mikey was like 30, he was like 38 or 39-0 when they fought, right? Excuse me. Exactly. Mean Machine dropped him. So all I'm saying is at the end of the day, when we talk about EJ as a fighter, we have to talk about his accolades because of the fact that he being disrespected. If you gonna disrespect Errol, you gotta disrespect Bud too. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. But on my channel, I don't disrespect nobody. I just point out the facts. You know what I mean? You don't hear us on this channel talk about Bud suck. We do point out that his energy ain't the same. We do point out that he ain't fought top competition. But I ain't sitting here saying he trash. Bud Crawford's a good fighter. He just ain't had the fights to expose that talented skill that he got against top competition. That's all. You know what I mean? He's a hell of a fighter. I don't take nothing away from Bud Crawford, in my opinion. Exactly. He just ain't fought. And then this is the thing. This is another thing. They try to throw out that, oh, okay, PBC, was ducking Bud Crawford. Okay. When Bud became a free agent from Top Rank, he had an opportunity to either go represent himself, sign with PBC, or go back to Top Rank. What did he choose to do? He chose to go back to Top Rank. So that makes it his fault partially why he ain't getting them fights. All right? And then you got Bob Arum coming out and saying, hey, man, he ain't never asked me for no top fights. I agree. But these are the things that they not ready to talk about. You know what I mean? Exactly. Don't get it twisted. This is a 50-50 fight as far as like Bud can win this fight. Alright? But I don't see it happening. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't see him winning this fight. But if he does win, it's gonna be by decision. It ain't gonna be by no he knocked Errol out. I just don't see that happen. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. But you're right, his energy did change after that Ugas fight. I think what he see now is he's seeing that for the first time he's actually seeing a fighter that ain't scared of him. Facts. Excuse me, I'm still sick. But I'm just saying the tune changed after he saw Errol against Ugas. I agree with that. And once he saw that fight, and once he saw how Errol dismantled Ugas, because don't get it twisted, Bomac and them know Ugas was a tough fight. They knew that. Southside the really big tuck, man. But they knew Ugas is a top fighter. They knew that. They knew Ugas was a top fighter. They said it. They called it before Ugas went on his run. You know what I'm saying? Go back and listen to Trill Boxing Talk when he interviewed Bomac. They was talking about Ugas where Ugas was signed to Top Rank. You know what I mean? They know Ugas is a good. That's why, man, I don't be trying. When they sit here and try to downplay Ugas, man, Bomac and them know Ugas was real. They wanted to fight Ugas. Like you pointed out, they was hoping Ugas would win against Errol Spence. Why? I guarantee you, if Ugas would have beat Errol Spence, that contract would have been signed by now. If Ugas beat Errol Spence, but it won't be no delay. Bud Crawford would have that contract signed by now. That contract would have been signed, bro. If Errol Spence lost to your Dennis Ugas, that contract would have been signed. They would have had a date and everything. I'm telling you this. Jealousy? I don't know if Bud jealous of Errol. I just think that. Oh, wait. Well, you said Bud jealous of Errol, or you saying the Bud Button is jealous of Errol? You know, I just need clarification. I ain't finna be, rambling off at the mouth. I don't know what angle you talking about, kinfolk. But, I think these Bud Buttons got to realize, man, at the end of the day, what's going to happen is going to happen. That's just what it is. Hey. And the thing is, his Bud Buddies believe in him more than he believe in himself. That's what I think. Because when you read these comments, man, these boys talking like this dude could go to heavyweight and knock out Deontay Wilder or Tyson Fury. It's like, bro, we get it. He a good fighter. Yeah, he got all knockouts, but who was he knocking out, though? Who was he knocking out? That's the questions I asked them. They can't never respond back. They can't never say, like, hey, bro, well, he knocked out so-and-so, and he was a top fighter. They can't never respond back. So what they try to do is smoke and mirrors. Oh, well, Errol fought a damage. Man, we ain't trying to hear all that. But to get back on topic, I do think this fight gonna happen this year. Gamboa. Yeah, that's their go-to, Gamboa. They quick to throw that name out. Gamboa. Gamboa getting knocked out. Gamboa just got stretched by Pitbull Cruz, man. You know what I'm saying? Gamboa hurt Bud in that fight. But y'all think this fight happening? I know one person said they don't see it happening. I think it's gonna happen, man. Exactly. Hey. Okay, we got one person saying nope, I don't. Y'all think this fight gonna happen? Comment. Let me see. I got one person saying they don't think it's gonna happen. Y'all think it's gonna happen this year? Hey, facts. We ain't never say Ugas lose like that. The fights I've seen, he lost. It was close. He got the brakes beat, man. Look. Hey, much respect, Monster Shoon. Hey, Monster Shoon, man, that boy been subscribed to me since I had like 1 follower. Much respect to you, boss. Okay, we got another person say they don't think it's happening. Why do y'all think it's happening? Well, what do y'all think is the reason why y'all believe this fight ain't gonna happen? You think it's the guys in the suits, or you think it's Errol? You think it's Bud? I'm gonna tell you right now, I think it's Bud. That's what I believe. Because all I could go off of is track record. When Errol Spence said he want to fight somebody, he gets those fights. You know what I mean? So, he gets those fights. When Errol Spence said, hey, bro, I want to fight so-and-so, they fight. He gets those fights. Now he said he want the Bud fight. Exactly. All I could do is go off his track record as pertains to when he want fights to happen. The fights happen. You know what I mean? On his end, he signed his end of the bargain. He good. You know what I mean? But I think, in my opinion, it's Bud. I think Bud holding up this fight. That's what I believe. I think Bud, it's a combination of he want money, and I think it's also a combination of he didn't think Errol was gonna beat Ugas like that, so he a little concerned. You know what I mean? So I made videos. I think Bud Crawford thought Errol Spence was easy work. That's what I believe. I thought Bud Crawford and Bomac and Bernie and them thought Errol Spence was easy work. Hey, Master Shun, we're gonna talk about that in a minute, man. I'm probably gonna drop a video about that, the Carissa Shields and Marshall. But we're gonna talk about that in a minute. I got you, kid folk. We're gonna talk about that. Exactly, but like I said, I think he just want more money, and he looking at, dang, Errol Spence did look impressive against Ugas, because they showed him on the couch, and he wasn't saying nothing. He ain't had no expression. He just was sitting there like in awe. I'm telling you, and Errol Spence, we kind of got the same mentality of Errol hear all the talking. He hear all the talking. He hear the stuff that's being said. He's a guy that channels that and uses that. What was they saying before the Ugas fight? He still ain't the same. He probably can't take a punch. You know. What was that? What's that that weirdo name that's a fighter? He just beat Maurice Hooper or whatever his name is. What's that weirdo? He think he Bret Hart. Now I ain't watching Nate Diaz, but I just saw on ESPN right now that he won by submission. Y'all know Nate Diaz, him and his brother used to spar Andre Ward. So he can box. He been in there with Andre Ward and you know, and sparring when Andre Ward was in training camp. He didn't spar him. He didn't spar a couple of boxes, matter of fact. Yeah, Black Cobbs. Black Cobbs talk about he sees a defeated fighter in Errol Spence. Like, man, come on, man. This is stuff I'm talking about. Errol listens to that stuff, bro. And he don't say nothing. He just channels it. And he takes it out his opponents. I agree about that. I think with Bud, he just got an ego, man. He just got to be in control of everything. Like him bulking up, right? A lot of people are saying he bulking up so he could deal with Errol Spence's power. I don't think that. I think Bud bulking up because Bud want to prove that I'm strong too. That's what he want to prove. I'm strong. I want to show you I'm strong. So when they stand next to each other, he don't, you know what I'm saying? That's how he is. It ain't got nothing to do with, oh, I want to take his power. It's I'm strong too. Think about the Jeff Horn fight, right? What did he say after he fought Jeff Horn? I wanted to show him that I'm strong too. People were saying that, you know, I'm not gonna. That's facts. I said that. But exactly. You can't bulk that chin up, man. But all I'm saying is at the end of the day, he's an ego guy. You know what I mean? He too competitive. Don't get it twisted. He real. You know what I mean? But ego get in the way. And that's what's gonna be the problem in this fight. He gonna get hit with something hard, and he gonna think in his mind, I gotta get my get back. Or I gotta show him I'm tough. And that ain't no good idea against Errol Spence. That's all I'm saying. You look at how Kell Brook fought. Now, Errol Spence is a totally different fighter. He's better than what he was. But you look at how Kell Brook fought Errol Spence. Exactly. You look at how Kell Brook fought Errol Spence. Kell Brook used his speed. Although Kell Brook was bigger than Errol, he used his speed and his skill level. Kept that jab in his face. You know what I mean? He was putting them combinations on Errol. You know what I mean? But yet again, that was a different Errol Spence. That was Errol Spence coming up in the game. I'm pretty sure that won't work against Errol now. But in my opinion, what Bud got to do to beat Errol Spence is work on his speed. Make him miss, make him pay. Now, do I think Bud can do that for a full 12 rounds? No. You know what I mean? He's older. You know what I mean? And then if he putting on that size, then he gonna be slow. And like the boy said, man, don't bulk up your chin. But I definitely think that, you know, if he gonna win, it gotta be what his strengths are, and that's his skills. His speed. He the smaller guy, he the smaller man. Use that. You know what I mean? Don't get it twisted. Errol is skilled too, and Errol gonna be on him. So I say if he could take away Errol Spence's jab, but even then, I still think Errol make an adjustment and be able to, you know what I mean? I've seen him do it in many fights. Kell Brook fight. Kell Brook was giving him, y'all remember, Kell Brook was giving him that work. What happened in round 6? Errol started, really round 5, Errol started cutting it up. But round 6, you really saw it. He started breaking Kell down after that. Then, the Sean Porter fight, it's back and forth. And like somebody pointed out, in the beginning of the fight, it was kind of tactical. But then, once they got to the middle, they start fighting. You know? But then Errol made an adjustment, caught him with that hook, and dropped Sean Porter. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen him make adjustments. Uga's fight, same thing. Exactly. You're right. That's a great point. Anderson Silva, Jake Paul. Anderson Silva kind of good, but, you know, there's a reason why Jake Paul picked him, bro. He picking all these MMA fighters. That boy don't want to fight no real boxer, man. We just keeping it real. There's a reason why he picked Anderson Silva. Anderson Silva can fight, though. Great point. And that's another reason why I believe this fight gonna happen this year, is because Bud been out a year. Yeah, that's true. Bud been out a year, bro. You know what I'm saying? If this fight gets made in November, he'll be out a year. If he goes to next year, he'll be out over a year. You know what I'm saying? That ring rust is real. Errol done fought a fight this year. Bud ain't been in no ring. You can spar, you can do all that. When you take the headgear off and them 16-ounce gloves off and you get in there and you in them 8 ounces or 10 ounces, it's different, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it is. Hey, man, you keep it a stack, man. You keep it a stack. I'll fool with that, Dave, man. You keep it a stack, bro. But all I'm saying is at the end of the day, like, you being out the ring, you ain't fought since last year, since you fought Sean Porter, right? That was your last contract. That was your last fight with Top Rank, okay? Your contract's over with. You know, I'm thinking he gonna get one more fight in, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, fight at the beginning of the year. No, this dude ain't been in the ring. He been training. You know what I mean? You could, like, I'm just saying. Exactly. He's very intelligent. You know what I mean? And how he uses his jabs. He throws different type of jabs. He'll throw a stiff jab. He'll throw an up jab. He'll throw like a flick jab where he just throwing it out there. You know what I'm saying? He'll double up on it. You know, he'll use the jab. He'll just put it in your face to blind you and then go to your body. Like, you know what I mean? Excuse me. But I mean, Bud do some great things too. You know what I'm saying? It's just that like I keep saying, bro, we have to advocate for Errol because he get disrespected. As he's like a fighter that when people talk about Errol Spence, they talk about him as he's just this big fighter. Exactly. That's a great point. Facts. Facts. Kell Brook did have Bud eye swole. That jab was tearing Bud up. And that's why I sit there and say, like, man, Bud, let's break down Bud as a fighter. Bud, when he fight guys, he takes rounds to kind of collect data. So that's why he starts slow. Because he trying to see what you're doing. Okay? And then once he sees what you're doing, then he works on taking it away. The problem with that is against Errol Spence is on you from round one. You get what I mean? You know who tried to do that with Errol? Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia tried to start slow and collect data to counterpunch. It was too late. He was whooping Danny Garcia. And if Bud tried to wait on Errol, oh man, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, man. I didn't even know I was at 1K. Much respect, man. That's to y'all, man. Y'all, you know, y'all out here subscribing and tuning in, man. I appreciate every last one of y'all, man. So it's really congrats to y'all. Exactly. Errol Spence, man, even New Year with the mega fight, bring Boston back to the golden age. I could see that. I don't want that though. Cause I don't want no excuses. Because if they wait and fight at the top of next year, Monster Shoon, and Errol steamroll him or Errol beat him, they're gonna be like, well, Bud ain't fought in, Bud ain't fought in 16 months or 15 months. You know what I mean? If they fight in January or February, you know what I mean? Because last time Bud fought was in what, November? So you got December, January, or February. So let's say they fight in February. So Bud ain't fought in 15 months. He was rusty. He need a rematch. I don't want no excuses in this fight. I don't want none. That's why I want it to happen now, like this year. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, that may very well happen. Yeah, man, the energy ain't the same. They know what they dealing with, man. They spread that false narrative about Errol ducking. But let's get back into the breakdown. Bud collects data on his opponents, and then once he collects his data, it may be 3-4 rounds before he makes that adjustment to take away what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? He's also an ego fighter. When he fought Mean Machine, he was getting touched up in southpaw. Mean Machine was catching with an overhand right. Boop, overhand right. Dropped that boy with over, and then he was trying to ego fight him, fight on the inside, and he got dropped. A lot of people try to say, oh, he slipped or he got tripped. And when you watch the replay, and shout out to D-Town Boxing, y'all go subscribe to his channel and watch that video. He did a breakdown and showed that particular spot where Mean Machine and Bud were trading, right? And when there was an exchange, Mean Machine foot went in the way, Bud foot didn't get tangled up with his foot, he got dropped. It was a punch that dropped Bud. That should have been a knockdown. But the angle the referee was at, he couldn't see that he got punched. He saw, I don't know what the hell he saw, but he definitely couldn't see that Bud got dropped. Yeah. Because look, excuse me, y'all. This is another reason why I believe that Bud is holding up the fight. Exactly. We got 19 people in here, man. Let's get these likes up. To the movie 36 channel Charlo and Masters of every boxing. He's the reason I started watching boxing and MJ boxing. Errol Spence is a Tim Duncan of boxing. The big fundamental. I agree. But Bud punches are wide when he start ego fighting. You know what I'm saying? When he ego fight, that's when his punches are wide. And you know what I'm saying? And he, you know what I mean? You could do that against less competition. Dave, anybody who sparred know this. Okay? You get in the ring with somebody that's not on your level. They hit you with a hard shot. And you say, you make up in your mind right then and I'm not moving from this spot. So you ego fight them and you start landing some shots. You throwing shots wide. You still technical, but you know what I mean? Exactly. You throw your wide shot, you drop dude, you hurt dude. But you try the same thing against somebody who's better than you or who's on your level. That stuff don't work. And I'm just saying, man. Exactly. Let's get these likes up, baby. Come on. And that's another thing. Coaching. Okay. Bomac and them, they don't really coach this boy. Like, and I'm talking about Bud. Particularly what they do is they say, you know, when you ask them what was the game plan, oh, we just pretty much, you know, let Bud collect data and then we'll go from there. But when you hear Derek James talk, it's a game plan, it's instruction, it's hey, we saw he was doing this, so we did this to take this away. You know what I mean? But I just think that, man, at the end of the day, exactly, Bud just got to get in rhythm. They sit there in the Mean Machine fight. But at the end of the day, to get back on topic, because y'all making some great points and then I'm getting off track. But if it was Errol Spence who was holding up this fight, you would hear from Bomac, you would hear from Bernie the boxer, you would hear from him. You would hear from anybody associated with Bud Crawford and his camp. I'm talking about like in his camp. You would hear them saying it's Errol Spence holding up the fight. That's just the truth. It's been quiet. It's been crickets. It's like we're in the library, man. I ain't heard Bernie. I ain't hear Bomac. I ain't hear Bud. I ain't hear none of them. I ain't hear none of the 3 Bs. I ain't hear none of them boys. They ain't said nothing. You feel me? So that's how I know they holding up this fight. But what y'all think? I mean, I made a video. If this fight don't happen, whose legacy does it hurt the worst? EJ or Bud? And if you EJ, do you just drop the belts and go to 154? Or do you still try to pursue this fight? Exactly. But That's all I'm saying, man. At the end of the day, bro, like, exactly. He called out Errol first. I don't care. Look, Bud don't need to go in there with no damn Charlo. Exactly. Bud don't need to go in there with no Charlo, bro. I'm telling you, he don't want no smoke with Jamel Charlo. Jamel Charlo knocking out dudes bigger than him. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about blasting him. Look what he just did to Castano, bro. Like, let's. What you think he gonna do to Crawford? Crawford talking about he want to fight. I don't know. That's a talk. Look, I'll tell you this: if Crawford beat Errol and Charlo, I ask y'all this: if what if Bud beat Errol, and then go beat Charlo? Would y'all look at him as Floyd level? Cause in my mind, if he beat Errol, like I ain't talking about close, like he beat the brakes off of him, and then he go fight Charlo and beat. How would y'all view him? Would y'all view him like Floyd level, or y'all still view him like? Okay, respect. Okay, yeah, better than Canelo if he beats still not Floyd dog. Better than Mayweather. Okay, top 10. Okay, okay. I mean, like I say, for me, I would look at him as top 10. That's how I would look at top 10. You know what I mean? But it would be hard for me to view him because I can't put him over Canelo, and the reason why I say that is because that's facts. That's facts, Dave. But because Canelo fought in his past, he fought people. He fought champions. He fought tough fights. You know what I mean? Lately, he been on some bull crap. But when he was younger, he fought better fights, and that's why I would just say he top 10. If he was to beat Spence and Charlo, I say he's top 10. But I wouldn't look at him as like Canelo and Floyd level. You know what I mean? That's just me. You know what I mean? But I don't see him getting through. If he get through Errol, he ain't get through Charlo. Hey Dave, man, you going off, bro? But that's all I'm saying, man. At the end of the day, exactly. I agree, 1,000%. He need to worry about Errol fight, but that's the fight to make. You know what I'm saying? And I'm be real with you. If he get through Errol, what's the constant? What's something that Errol Spence and Jamel Charlo got in common? Derek James. So you telling me you go fight Errol? You go fight Errol and then let's say you beat Errol. You think Derek James gonna let you beat Jabel Charlo? He already collected data on you. He know how to beat you. I agree. I mean, Errol Spence is a special fighter. But Master Shun, you said Errol versus Charlo, who I think will win. That's tough. I will go with Errol only because he's busier, but it is a bigger weight class. So I mean, but I would have to go with Errol because he's busier. Charlo, he kind of look for those big shots. You know what I mean? I agree. I heard that rumor too. You know what I mean? Charlo kind of look for those big shots. He kind of wild. Errol, like I said, excuse me. Errol's a tactician, bro. You know what I mean? I just see him keeping that jab in Charlo's face and keeping him on the ropes. Exactly. He ain't accurate. He get wild sometimes. You know what I mean? But if Charlo land his shot, you done. If you know what I mean, that's just what it is. Exactly. Like if Charlo, if he line you up and he get to land that right, you done. But I don't see him landing that against Errol because Errol keep his hands hot. True. Hey, Dave. See, Dave, I can talk boxing with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I can talk boxing with you, man. You ain't no yes man, but you know your stuff, man. Much respect to you, bro. You know, I think if Charlo, that's true. But I think what Errol gonna do is shoot the jab and go to the body. He gonna start going to the body of Charlo. And if he able to do, he's just busier, bro. I just, you know, like I say, Charlo spends a lot of time moving and not throwing. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Like, for example, when you actually been in combat, like, and I'm talking about in the boxing ring, I ain't talking about war. I mean, you can look at it as war, whatever. You have a different perspective when you talk boxing. Like Dave and anybody else, you know what I'm saying? Well, you may just been in the ring or you just watch a lot of boxing, but when you been in that ring, bro, and you been in the boxing ring and you been in these training camps and all this stuff, and you know certain things, you know what I'm saying? There's certain things you can identify and relate to. You know what I mean? When you discuss boxing. You know what I'm saying? So when I see Errol Spence, if I'm teaching boxing, I'm going to show them Errol Spence. I'm not going to show them Terrence Crawford. And the reason why I'm going to show them Errol, because why? Errol Spence has his hands high, chin tucked. Okay? He got a bladed stance, right? Light on his toes. Shoots the jab. Those are two. Everything is off the jab. And Dave, what's the most important punch in boxing? Anybody can tell me. What's the most important punch in boxing? This is one of the first punches you should. Exactly. It's one of the first punches you are taught. The jab. You know what I'm saying? Errol do everything off the jab. Monster Shun said Spence versus Ortiz. I ain't gonna lie to you. Spence gonna stop Ortiz. Here's why. Ortiz is reckless. You know what I mean? Ortiz is reckless. His defense ain't that good yet. You know what I'm saying? We keep it at a stack. Errol stop him. And Bud versus Thurman, that's a good fight. You know what I mean? That's a 50-50 fight. It's exciting. You know what I mean? I could see Thurman winning, but I could see Bud winning too. You know what I'm saying? I thought Bud was gonna fight Thurman, earlier this year, but he wanted to sit out so he can make sure he keep winning, or he get the L fight. Somebody asked me, how would I fight EJ? Well, my fighting style, I'm a puncher. I'm a power puncher. So I only could go off my style, right? And Dave and anybody else who box, you could chime in. I'm a power puncher. I'm not a boxer puncher. I got power. What's good with you, George? So how I will fight Errol is, of course, with a southpaw, my straight right is everything. You know what I mean? My straight right going down the paint would be everything. So what I would try to do is I would use my jab, but I would use it in a sense to blind him so I could land my straight right and get on the inside. You know what I mean? But in essence, I'm talking about my fighting style. Now, if I'm smaller and I'm quick like Bud, I'm going to try to use my speed and lateral movement and use that to my advantage against Errol. So I'm going to use quickness. You know what I mean? I'm going to get in, get out. Get out. You know what I mean? C-step, get out. And try not to let him corner me and block me in. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. That's what I'm going to try to do. Make him miss, make him pay. That's what I'm going to try to do. If we get on the inside, I'm going to tie him up, make him reset. Yeah, he do cut off the ring. So when he do that, and he get on the inside, tie him up. Because when you tie somebody up, they have to get back in rhythm. They got to reset. They got to refine you. They not just when you tie them up and then they like, oh, I know where you at. No. Exactly. A lot of them know when you fighting a southpaw, your straight right is your punt. It's like the jab. You know what I mean? When you find somebody, you orthodox and they orthodox, that jab. You know what I mean? But when you find a southpaw, that straight right or overhand right works. Bud the GOAT. Hey man, this boy right here, this boy always coming in here saying some foolishness, bro. But that's just my opinion. Yeah, right across. How would you Dave, how would you say your fighting style is against Errol? If you had to fight Errol, how would you fight him? How would you fight him? He said, "Still don't fight EJ." I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, man. That's y'all. That's much respect to y'all, man. Y'all got me there. You know what I mean? It's much respect to y'all, for real. You know what I mean? Give me to 1,000. That's y'all, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. Oh, you a southpaw? Oh man. Man, Monster Shun, bro. You been here since I had you 180. I mean, I walk around Dave. I walk around 190, but when I fight at 180 or 178. You know, I drop down by 178, but I walk around like 190. You know what I mean? I don't be too crazy. You know, when I ain't fighting, I just bulk up. You know, start lifting a lot of weights, and then when it's fight time, trim down. You know, yeah. And that's the thing about me is I'm athletic too, so you know it's fun. It's fun, man. It's fun. I love boxing, man. Yeah, man. Them training camps be hard though, bro. Your dang elbows be hurting, everything. I had one camp, man. My dang shoulder was shot. I wasn't supposed to fight. I still fought. I got I put that. I still fought, man. I put some it's some Asian numbing cream. I put that on there. It's called Dragon something, and I still fought. You know what I mean? Like, them training camps be gruesome, man. But hey, that's what you do for the love of the sport. I appreciate it, Stephen, man. Much respect to you, Stephen Allen. Yeah, I throw a fist up for Stephen Allen, man. He cool, man. He solid. Oh yeah, big facts. And keep your reaction skills up. You know what I mean? Man, it's crazy because like you get them little youngsters, man, they think they see you. You know me, I hit the bag or whatever, and I have a youngster try to call me out, so you know, we'll get in there and get it popping. You know what I mean? That's what it is, man. But it's a beautiful sport. But EJ, man, I saw what's that boy name? Regis Program. He was talking about Errol Spence, how Errol Spence, you know, in the amateurs, you know, was like a national champion, and Program and him fought for the state championship, and you know, and he talked about how the first time he fought Errol, you know, his coach told him, hey, if you get knocked out, do this. And he like, I ain't getting knocked out. And then it was because Errol's knocking everybody out. So, and then we heard the same thing for Hasim Rahman. Talk about Errol Spence as an amateur. Like, bro, this dude got an amateur pedigree. He was Olympian, and he getting disrespected. Exactly. Exactly. I'm gonna tell you like this. Bud go try to street fight Errol, and that's gonna be the worst. That's why I say his ego is gonna cause him this fight. Yeah, Draco. The reason why he start late because he collect data, but Errol come out fast, man. Exactly. What I think Bud gonna have to do, he gonna have to take away something that Errol do. That's what he gonna have to do, and his power gotta disrupt Errol. Excuse me. His power gotta affect Errol to the point where it make Errol Spitz kind of like shy. You know what I mean? Gun shy. You know what I mean? Oh, okay. Yeah, he did. You know what I mean? He played football, man. You know, those y'all who live in Texas, y'all know football is the number one thing down here. That's if Bud look. Bud is not gonna fight. If Bud get on the inside with Errol, he getting stopped. Period, man. If Bud get on the inside with Errol, he getting stopped. He better box and use lateral movement. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. But I definitely think this fight gonna happen this year, though. You know what I mean? I think so. I think it'd be better for him to have a fight this year than wait till next year and fight. You know, I don't want to hear none of that. Exactly. See, I don't really know Monster Shun. I don't really know that much about Mayer or even Marshall. You know what I mean? Like, I don't pay attention to them British fighters. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? Like they over there. And the crazy thing about them is they hype them up and then they fight an American and then they get destroyed. So it may be different in women's boxing. I don't know. But you know, I was excited because I support Clarissa Shields. I support Alicia Baumgardner. You know what I'm saying? I know who they are. You know what I mean? But Marshall, I don't know who she is. And Mayer, you know, I've heard of her name, but I haven't watched her fights. So I'm gonna go do my homework on them, and then I'll make a video. Cause I don't like talking about something if I haven't watched it and I haven't studied it to break it down. You know what I mean? It'd be like I'm capping. If I come in here and be like, yeah, bro, I think that, you know, Clarissa Shields gonna beat Marshall. Although I feel that way, I don't know that much. I don't know Marshall's fighting style. I don't know Mayer's fighting style. I do know Clarissa Shields' fighting style. I do know Alicia Baumgardner's fighting style. You know what I mean? I do know Alicia Baumgardner. She got a good group of coaches in her corner. She got Tony Harrison. She got, you know, a lot of people in her corner that's helping her, you know, get to this level. You know what I mean? She sparred dudes. You know what I mean? You know, she got a good style. So, you know what I mean? I really uh, respect Alicia Baumgardner. You know what I mean? Her fighting style, she cool, man. You know what I mean? She's solid. Clarissa Shields too. She the GOAT. You know what I mean? But I'll go watch a couple of their fights. I'll do that after I get off this live. I'm actually about to get off, and I'll be able to make a video, drop some content. Give me about a day, and I'll drop some content on it, and I'll let you know. You know what I mean? What I think. I dropped that video for you, Monster Soon, man. You know, you a day one supporter. You know what I mean? So, you know, I'm gonna drop that content for you, kinfolk. But your boy about to lay down, man. Rest my voice. I just thought I'd go on live, you know. Since I'm sick, you know, I'm in the house, you know what I mean? I ain't ripping and running like I normally do. I'm gonna be doing the same thing tomorrow, so I'll probably go live tomorrow. So y'all just wait for that notification. And are y'all getting notifications when I go live? You know, if you are, just put yeah. You know what I mean? If you're not, then you know, I definitely try to get with YouTube or something, man, because you know we need some more of our supporters in here. But much respect to y'all, man. I'm finna go ahead and lay it down, rest my voice for the night, and I'll catch up with y'all tomorrow, man.